Page 4, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. This is in the key of G major. Got one sharp in the key signature, so all the F's are sharp throughout the whole piece, wherever they are. 4/4 time, so we got to count to 4, and we're counting quarter notes. So there's 4 counts in a measure. And the trickiest rhythm is right at the first measure. When they start with a short note first and then a long note, that gets tricky because then you're playing on the and of the beat. 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and for the eighth notes. So second finger on D, put your hand in this position. And it's 1 and, 2 and. So that other eighth note comes on the and of 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and. On 3 you have a rest. Third measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Don't forget the F sharp. Second line on page 4. Same rhythm, different notes. 1 and 2 and rest and 3 and. Then look at the last measure on the second line. In the right hand we have the D and the G, quarter notes. Just nice wrist action like. They're staccato, so it's short. My hand is on the keys and I go down and bounce off. Boom, boom, boom. And then you do that some more. Let's go over to page 5. Starting out on the first line, you're still here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Now they want the thumb on that. So the dotted half note, you're playing here with second finger and then you lift up. You need to be able to do this in piano anyway, where you can switch fingers on a key. So do that, and then a thumb. At the end of the first line, now you end up with fourth finger on the whole note. Well, second line, they want third finger on the E again. So now I suggest you're at, in this key, I'll come back to this, but just lift up and move down. Like so. You can separate those notes. And then we get quarter notes for a while. It's not a problem, I hope. And then the last 2 lines is similar to what you already had. Watch out in the last line because your hand moves again. Because in the second measure of the last line there on page 5, you're here. Then the thumb again. Now with the left hand, they want second finger on the B. That puts you in this position. Except, of course, you have F sharp, so you really should be in this position. Well, I just use this position because it's more comfortable, and then I'll move the little finger up when I need it. So it's a B. The next measure is a G and a B. These are staccato again, just light staccato, short at the wrist. And then the 2 measures later, you have an A and a C. Now the half note's not staccato. You got to hold that down for 2 counts. And then the next line, you have an A, and now we have an F sharp C, staccato, and then the B. And that's it for the most part on the left hand throughout the whole thing. That's it. Put the hands together once you kind of got it worked out. And we have this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You got to hold the D down as you do that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's the way that works for a while. Let's go over to page 5. Second line, let's just start there. We're here. You got to hold the whole note down. Like so, and hopefully that's not a problem. That's really it. We got the tricky stuff out of the way. The only other thing we have to add is this phrasing, the curved lines. You're going to play them connected or legato within a phrase. Connect everything. at the end of a phrase, the end of the first line on page 4, where that curved line ends, before we go to the next line, I'm going to lift up. It's like taking a breath. Oh, there's a little silence in there. And I'm going to do that between every curved line here is a little bit of silence. Then all you got left is maybe, well, I don't talk much about dynamics. They give you a medium loud. Get to know the piece, and then you'll decide on the dynamics. I think it's better to feel the dynamics in this kind of music. But it says lively. It's most people have heard this piece before. I mean, not this arrangement, but the song, you've heard it, so you get an idea of how fast it goes. So you get an idea how fast it goes. I would like to play it with you slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms, and you can speed it up later on your own. So I'm going to give us 4 counts, and we're going to go through and play the whole thing. Go ahead and put your hands where they go to start, sort of a middle C position. Here we go. 1, 2, ready and go, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... off.